polarizing individuals getting cut from rosters, superstars still sidelined due to an injury, and getting suspended for coming off the bench. All that coming up in the Double T Morning Show. Hey, good morning guys. Welcome to another episode of the Double T Morning Show presented by TurfTaleShow.com for October 16, 2017. My name is Mike Floyd, and in this show we talk about everything NBA related. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm super stoked for the NBA season to finally kick off on Tuesday. It should be tomorrow after this video drops. And I can't wait to see, the Cavs start kicking it off again, the Warriors trying to go for another title defense. But speaking about the Cavs, we gotta talk about some of these roster moves that they made. Now, all the teams in the NBA make roster moves, and it's nothing different, happens every year, but it was kind of crazy because Richard Jefferson, one of the more outspoken members of the Cavs, was traded to the Atlanta Hawks along with Kawhi Leonard, and I think a $3 million in order to cut down the Cavs roster down to their 15-member roster. So, like I said, this normally happens in the NBA. People get traded. But it was crazy that, Richard Jefferson, who, like I said, was a outspoken personality on the Cavs roster, was let go like that. Now, when he was interviewed about him being traded to the Atlanta Hawks, he said when Dwayne Wade was signed, he knew that the writing was on the wall, that he was going to eventually be traded. He just didn't expect it to be so soon. So, with him being traded, along with Kawhi Leonard, the Atlanta Hawks, they got little cash reserves for him, and they immediately released him. Well, the rumor is at the moment is that as soon as Richard Jefferson clears waivers, he will be picked up by the Milwaukee Bucks. What's cool about the Milwaukee Bucks is that their head coach, Jason Kidd, was Richard Jefferson's teammate when he used to play for the New Jersey Nets. Yeah, Nets used to be in Jersey, now they're in Brooklyn. That's a whole different story. So I like this trade. I think that Richard Jefferson will be a good pickup for them, off the bench. He can have that veteran presence like Vince Carter has with the Sacramento Kings right now. So I think that'll be a good fit for him out there. He'll probably get a pretty decent amount of time playing as well. I think the other thing that will benefit him, well, not really benefit him, but benefit that team is the fact that Giannis, the Greek Freak, will have somebody who's been there, actually won a championship. He won with Richard Jefferson won with the Cavs, and he can actually mentor this kid because Kevin Durant has been on the record stating that this kid could be the next big thing, and he looks like the next big thing. So also, which was surprising, was the fact that Kendrick Perkins was cut from the roster as well. Now, many of you might not know, Kendrick Perkins was actually out of the league. He wasn't signed to anybody. He was a free agent, and they brought him in during the summer to practice and, try out for the team, and he made the team. Well, the Cavs ended up cutting him, once again to get their roster down to 15 men, and they offered him a coaching position. Kendrick Perkins stated to the media that, hey, he's not ready to hang it up yet. He's not ready to retire. He still wants to play. So I saw a couple of videos. I don't know if I can find them. I'll see if I can find them and post them up for you guys of Kendrick Perkins taking some shots, some easy layups and missing them completely. Honestly, I think he should go ahead and, hang this up at the time, let the young cats play, let the young cats have their time in the sun and go ahead and take that coaching position, because maybe building up, like learning how to coach like somebody like a LeBron, Dwayne Wade and stuff like that will actually help him out later on, instead of being thrown to the fire like Derek Fisher was with the Knicks, and how Phil Jackson just completely destroyed that man's career. Now, speaking of, opening day, well, it won't be opening day, it'll be on Wednesday. The Spurs, they're going to be playing the Timberwolves. And the one guy that I was excited to see this season, I thought he would be back healthy, was Kawhi Leonard. Now, many of you remember Kawhi Leonard got injured during the Western Conference playoffs against the Warriors when Zaza Pachulia, or whatever, how the heck you say his name, decided to step under that man's foot, and he ended up twisting his ankle really bad. Well, the injury still is not completely healed, and he hasn't been able to practice, hasn't played any preseason games, so he's already been ruled out for a while. So that's kind of disappointing, but the Spurs do have LaMarcus Aldridge. Now, there was reports that LaMarcus Aldridge and Greg Popovich had a heart-to-heart. Him and Pop managed to hash things out, and he told him, some things. It was mentioned that he wasn't comfortable playing in that position. He felt like there's a different way he needs to play. So I think Greg Popovich is going to make the moves that he needs to make to get LaMarcus Aldridge involved, because he pretty much wasn't involved in that playoffs. He completely disappeared. Now, also with the addition of Rudy Gay, I think they will have a decent starting five, especially once Kawhi gets back, to actually make a deep push into this playoffs. I mean, yeah, you got the Rockets, who I'm representing right now, who managed to re-up with CP3 and OKC out there with that big trio out there. But I do think that the Spurs are going to be the best defensively to actually take down the Warriors in the Western Conference. Now, sticking with the Western Conference, I got to talk about my boy CJ McCollum. CJ McCollum got suspended for the one game, which is going to be the starting game against the Suns, that Devin Booker led, Suns out there. And he got suspended because he came off the bench when his teammate got tied up with another guy. I forgot which game they're playing. I'll put it in the show notes. And he came off the bench to come help break it up. Well, the NBA decided to suspend him without pay. And CJ McCollum joked about it. He didn't think it was necessary. He thought he was just coming to the aid of his buddy. But NBA saw a different way. Rules are rules. Everybody's been speaking out about it. Another one of my favorite guys, Steven Jackson, even stated like, yo, I got fined $1 million for a punch. I think this is ridiculous. Me personally, I also think this is ridiculous that he got suspended a game just to come off the bench to break these guys up before things could have escalated higher than they really were. The NBA is kind of getting soft, but they do have to protect the players. They do have to set a standard ahead of time before players get out of hand. So I can understand both sides, but I do like CJ McCollum. I want to see that man play. I mean, him and Dame Little on the same court together, those guys can ball out. So, like I said, once again, it's going to be a short show. Wasn't really that much going on in the world of basketball. There were some other roster cuts here and there. Joel Embiid managed to get a massive contract extension, and he got into a little Twitter beef with Hassan Whiteside, which you can catch that on my blog, Top of the Key, which will be at turftoeshow.com. I drop that every Tuesday. You can check that out. And also, the show will come out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so check it out just to see just what you might have missed during the NBA games. I'm going to try to catch them all this year and just get my perspective as a fan. I don't get paid to do anything like this, so I think it's kind of interesting hearing it from the guys who have to watch it from the stands and the guys who actually get paid to do it. So you can also follow us on Turf Toe Show on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and make sure you check out the Turf Toe Show flagship show, Turf Toe Show. It's every Thursday. We break down all the football action, especially the college football action that just happened this weekend, which was amazing. That was some of the best games I've seen. A lot of top-ranked teams went down. And also, we also talk about the NFL, and there were some crazy NFL games like Adrian Peterson going off, starting with the Cardinals. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about. So, hit us up. Subscribe if you like what we're doing. Hit the like button, and let me know what I can do to make this better, Just slowly getting more comfortable talking on camera. So until next time, guys. Take it easy.